We will return to Ransom in a moment on TNT.
I believe in one thing. Death.
Al Capone owned everything.
There's not a dry town near Utah, thanks to me.
Everything except one small town marshal.
Go back and tell your boss his money's no good here.
A marshal named Jimmy Capone.
I can't make believe that I'm not his brother anymore.
Adrian Pasdar, Eric Roberts, Ali Sheedy. A TNT original production. The Lost Capone. Sunday on TNT.
Advanced salon thinking from the salons of Vidal Sassoon. Vidal Sassoon conditioning rinse. It goes beyond traditional conditioners and helps protect hair too. First, it finds and conditions the damaged areas and goes on to help seal and protect hair overall. From heat, from styling, from the world. So your hair moves, shines, feels salon fabulous. Go beyond conditioning. Protect with Vidal Sassoon. Advanced salon thinking, advanced salon hair.
Charisma by Carey and Heights by Hitchcock make North by Northwest one of our favorite movies. Thursday on TNT.
If you'd like to give a special gift to a boy or girl 8 years old and up, get your pencil ready and write down this number, because I've got just the answer for you. It's National Geographic World magazine, published especially for kids by the National Geographic Society, the same people who produce world-famous National Geographic magazine. It brings real-life adventure, page after page of fascinating articles and pictures in National Geographic color, on animals, outdoor adventure and science, faraway places, sports, and hobbies. And yet, while it entertains, it fulfills curiosity, stimulates imagination, and encourages your youngster to read more. It's amazingly inexpensive. For 12 issues in brilliant geographic color, compare this once a month, 12 times a year gift to a single gift from a toy store, and you can see what a bargain this is. There's no shopping, no wrapping, no shipping. You cannot buy it at a newsstand or bookstore. You can get it only through the mail, and it's so easy to order. Just call with that special child's name and address today. Call 1-800-421-2000. Each issue has exciting surprises, puzzles to solve, games to play with friends, stories about kids doing special things, and often supersized pullouts to put on the wall. Youngsters even have the opportunity to compete for a $5,000 scholarship. National Geographic World, what a wonderful gift for any boy or girl. And when you call with your subscription order today, we'll also mail a special personalized gift card from you. So call or write today with your young reader's address and your name for the gift card. Call 1-800-421-2000. That's 1-800-421-2000. 12 colorful issues and a card from you for only $12.95. This gift lasts a year. The benefits last a lifetime.
And now, back to Ransom on TNT. We will return to Ransom in a moment on TNT.
There's a breed of man who lives for the challenge of the grill, the roar of the flames, and the cold steel of the spatula.
Let's cook.
Dad, we're doing pizza.
But this summer, Pizza Hut has the incredible Picnic Pairs deal. Try one of 3 great Pizza Lovers pizzas for just $8.99 and get a second for just $4 more.
Okay. Who wants another side? Pizza Hut, making it great.
Listerine kills germs. It hits plaque above the gum line. Listerine battles the gum disease gingivitis in big fight tonight. It's a right. And another right. Listerine's really rocked him. It's over. The winner. Listerine antiseptic. It says what it does. It does what it says.
Hi. You been to Australia yet? Everything is big and dramatic here.
For your free copy of the Destination Australia book, call 1-800-727-7758.
Television's best sports team is now the first word in sports. Nick and Fred are moving up to a new time, 11 p.m. Eastern. CNN Sports Tonight, the first word in sports.
From now on, from this day forward, America will know what it's saving by using MCI. Just look up at any of our billboards around the country. $900 a minute, $54,000 an hour, $1.3 million a day. Which brings up a question. Why would anyone anywhere not switch to MCI?
It's a cooler world, a cooler place, a cooler wave and a cooler taste.
Introducing Tropical Selection, only from Seagram's.
It's a Seagram's world, yeah.
Spare me a second, Sam.
Remember,
Starters,
every time you breathe out,
and shipments aren't just slipping, they're slumping.
someone else may be breathing in. Try Breath Saver sugar-free mints with the core of confidence and share them.
And now back to Ransom on TNT. We will return to Ransom in a moment on TNT.
We invested $100 million in the latest diagnostic equipment. And another $5 million a year training our expert technicians to use it. We are Goodyear certified auto service retailers, and we believe everything we do, from tires to tune-ups, should live up to the most exacting standards of all. Yours and ours. Good tires, good service, good people, Goodyear.
Remember when comfort was king? When luxury really meant something? Well, it's all back in the all-new 1991 Buick Roadmaster Estate Wagon. A wagon with the luxury of smooth, sure V8 power and the kind of versatility that's bound to be full of wonderful surprises. Roadmaster. It may be the most luxurious wagon in the world. From Buick, the new symbol for quality in America and beyond.
Not what I expected, a little taller. Oh, I'm so glad you're pleased.
Charisma by Carey and Heights by Hitchcock make North by Northwest one of our favorite movies. Thursday on TNT. From the grit of Brooklyn to the glitter of Hollywood, Barbara Stanwyck, Fire and Desire. July 15th on TNT.
I have to tell you about this method of exercise that helps you have a firmer stomach without sit-ups. It's called the Tummysizer method, and it was originally developed by a European doctor. Just clip on the Tummysizer and extend and contract your stomach muscles, then relax. The Tummysizer helps make sure you do this isometric exercise correctly. You work out your abdominal muscles in just minutes a day, counting your reps as you firm your stomach. What's so fabulous about the Tummysizer method is that it works great even when you're in a relaxed position.
For me, if exercising is too hard and complicated, I end up not doing it. That's why I love the Tummysizer method. It's the way I like to work out.
The Tummysizer method is so safe and effective for firming your stomach without sit-ups. It's been approved by an exercise physiologist. There are a lot of products out there that help you do sit-ups, but the Tummysizer method helps you firm your stomach without sit-ups.
At first, because it was so simple, I didn't think it was doing anything. But then I noticed that my stomach was firmer. The Tummysizer method really worked for me.
For a firmer stomach without sit-ups, call toll-free now from Fitness Quest.
To order, call 1-800-421-2000. Use your credit card to avoid COD charges or send check a money order for $19.95 plus $4 shipping and handling to Tummysizer, P.O. Box 8449, Atlanta, Georgia 30306. Or call 1-800-421-2000 now.
Call now and you can have 13 weeks of the Wall Street Journal and this valuable 120-page guide to understanding money and markets. That's 13 weeks of the Journal for the news and ideas you need every business day. and this guide free, which tells you everything you want to know about money and markets, all for only $37, a 24% savings off the newsstand price. Call now, toll-free 800-421-2000. That's 800-421-2000 for today's Wall Street Journal.
And now, back to Ransom on TNT. We will return to Ransom in a moment on TNT.
Murderers are on the loose, and TNT's favorite snoop and sleuth is on the case.
I shall have to investigate this myself.
More than just a pretty face, she's
Miss Marple.
Friday on TNT.
From now on, from this day forward, America will know what it's saving by using MCI. Just look up at any of our billboards around the country. $900 a minute, $54,000 an hour, $1.3 million a day. Which brings up a question. Why would anyone anywhere not switch to MCI?
When you grow up with a swimming pool in your backyard, the world's largest sandbox, and seats to the finest concerts, your standards tend to be rather high, especially when it comes to coconuts. And the favorite in paradise is the Calapuno, sweetened by the sun and moistened by the mist. Only one thing can top it. Bounty Calapuno coconut topped with chocolate. It's the taste of paradise.
Hey, it's a beautiful morning.
Was it the Days Inn wake-up call?
I'm gonna be salesman of the year.
The friendly service?
They'll cheer.
Or the great location?
Maybe they'll even make me regional manager.
One thing's for sure.
It's a beautiful morning.
Days Inn. Isn't it time you wake up to us?
I think I'll go outside and just smile.
Up here, Dad.
Would she rent the penthouse?
It's only 4 blocks from school.
And it's miles away from clean.
Ew. Good thing we brought some muscle.
Hey, the big bald guy.
Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean.
Mr. Clean doesn't just cut through tough, grimy dirt. He cleans right down to the shine with no dulling film.
Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean.
Bright kitchen.
Bright girl. Don't just clean it, Mr. Clean it to the shine.
Now, leasing a Cadillac is an even safer investment. Only $469 a month and no down payment on a new Cadillac DeVille with the security of a steel safety cage, driver's side airbag, anti-lock brakes, V8 power, and more, all standard. And at only $469 a month, a new Cadillac provides for your financial security as well, if you act by June 30th.
Over 36 million women have had yeast infections. If you're one of them, I have great news. Now you can get the #1 prescribed cure without a prescription. You may already know Monistat 7. For years, doctors prescribed it more than anything else. They trust Monistat because it's not just for symptoms, but a cure. If you think you have a yeast infection, see your doctor. If you know you do, get full prescription strength Monistat 7.
And now, back to Ransom on TNT. We will return to Ransom in a moment on TNT.
Look at you.
Look deep into your heart and tell the truth.
We all live with stress. Some people find it harder to deal with than others. And sometimes not only can stress lead to a headache, but it can, on occasion, also lead to stomach upset. That's when your choice of a pain reliever should be Tylenol. Doctors know Tylenol provides fast, effective pain relief, yet is easy on your stomach. Talk to your doctor. We can't avoid stress, but we can take Tylenol to relieve stress headaches. Tylenol, the pain reliever hospitals use most.
If a scientific diet is what you feed your pets, you know you have to go out of your way to find them and pay more than you want to buy them. That's why we're introducing Expert, a scientific diet from the makers of Pedigree and Whiskas. For dogs, for cats. Developed with our veterinarians who are determined to create a great-tasting scientific diet.
And you can find Expert diets at your favorite local supermarket, where you pay a supermarket price.
New Expert, a great-tasting scientific diet.
Take this test if you are able. Where's the good stuff on the cable? TNT.
Problems got you down. Are you taking life too seriously?
Don't worry.
Well, forget about it. It's time for Feel Good Rock.
I feel good. I wouldn't.
Feel Good Rock. 4 giant albums. 40 of the biggest, happiest, original rock hits of all time.
1, 2, 3.
Including the greatest feel-good song ever.
Don't worry. Be happy. Look at me, I'm happy.
Every song guaranteed to put you in a good mood. All the greatest feel-good classics of the 60s, 70s, and 80s in one giant collection.
There she was, just walking down the street singing.
4 great albums.
Now, baby, takes the morning train. Love will keep us together.
Play it at home, at work, in your car, anywhere you want to feel good. But it's not sold in stores. So order Feel Good Rock now.
How sweet it is to be loved by you.
To order, call toll-free 1-800-421-2000 to save all COD charges and pay only $19.98 plus $3 shipping for records or cassettes or $24.98 for compact discs. Use your credit card or send check or money order to Feel Good Rock, P.O. Box 8449, Atlanta, Georgia. Remember to save all COD charges, send check or money order, or use your credit card.
And now back to Ransom on TNT. We will return to Ransom in a moment on TNT.
Excuse me.
You saved my life the other night.
The dinner party.
The coffee. Very successful.
How can you ever thank me?
Well, at least I can return your taster's choice.
Look, I'm busy right now, but perhaps...
Perhaps.
Savor the sophisticated taste of Taster's Choice.
How's the coffee?
Where'd you get it?
Oh, I have it delivered.
Selling a house is no vacation, but that's just what the Walkers got when they sold their house with our ERA office. The ERA Seller Security Plan guaranteed that if we didn't sell their house, ERA would buy it. ERA even agreed to take the risk of selling the house at a loss. When we sold it for more, the Walkers got the profit. The ERA Seller Security Plan, just the kind of help you'd expect from a friend. They used the extra money to take a vacation. They even sent me a postcard. List your house with an ERA broker. ERA, first in service.
On CNN tomorrow, the toughest abortion law in the country. Would Louisiana's new legislation stand up to Roe versus Wade? On Cryer and Company. Then, breaking the pattern of divorce. Can you keep your marriage from following your parents' failures? On Sonia Live. And at 2, a race for the finish line as people take pedal power underwater. Human submarines. All tomorrow on CNN.
TNT's Heatwave, a special encore presentation. Sunday night at 10 on TNT.
Do you realize just how much difference there is in life insurance rates from one insurance company to the next? For instance, if you're in good health and don't smoke cigarettes, Garden State Life Insurance may be able to save you as much as 50% off the cost of your life insurance. That's right, 30, 40, 50% off what you'd have to pay for a comparable amount of coverage elsewhere. And not just this month, but year after year for the rest of your life. Savings like that are well worth looking into. So if you need $100,000 to $1 million or more of quality term life insurance, you owe it to yourself to get the facts fast by calling now, 800-421-2000 toll-free for this free information package, including a personal coverage proposal that shows you just how much your savings might be. There's no obligation, no sales pressure, and it could be a real eye-opener. For instance, as your Garden State Life representative can tell you,
if you're a healthy 40-year-old who doesn't smoke cigarettes, you may qualify for $100,000 worth of quality term life insurance at rates so low they're less than 55 cents a day.
how do we do it? First, you save because we offer this life insurance at these low rates only to people who are in good health. That cuts our risk and your premiums. Then, because this quality term life insurance is sold in amounts of at least $100,000 or more, you get the advantage of volume discounts. And it's easy to do business with Garden State Life Insurance because you deal with us directly. You're always just a phone call away. So call today, 800-421-2000, toll-free, 421-2000 for your free personal coverage proposal. No obligation, no pressure. Discover how this quality term life insurance could save you as much as 50% off your premiums every year for the rest of your life. 800-421-2000, toll-free. Call Garden State Life Insurance for your free information today. 421-2000.
And now, back to Ransom on TNT. We will return to Ransom in a moment on TNT.
Murderers are on the loose, and TNT's favorite snoop and sleuth is on the case.
I shall have to investigate this myself.
More than just a pretty face, she's
Miss Marple.
Friday on TNT.
Now, leasing a Cadillac is an even safer investment. Only $469 a month and no down payment on a new Cadillac DeVille with the security of a steel safety cage, driver's side airbag, anti-lock brakes, V8 power, and more, all standard. And at only $469 a month, a new Cadillac provides for your financial security as well, if you act by June 30th.
Because some aches and pains don't go away when the lights go out, we've created new Tylenol PM, specially formulated with extra-strength Tylenol pain reliever for those aches and pains that can keep you up at night, plus a gentle ingredient to help you sleep, so you can wake up refreshed in the morning. From the name you trust comes new Tylenol PM, so you can rest easy.
Now Ruffles have Monterey Jack. Wow, give me cheese to please me. Woo, don't you tease me. Can't hold back eating Ruffles Monterey Jack. Each cheese a twist adds to the crisp. Give me my Ruffles with Monterey Jack. I crave the waves of cheese on my chips. Ruffles and ridges I can't resist. No other snack beats a Monterey Jack. Give me my Ruffles.
Ruffles potato chips with Monterey Jack cheese flavor.
These three such very good friends wanted a glorious son of St. Thomas. But one evening, the tall one lost her money and her credit cards. And as soon as she mentioned Citibank Visa, no problem, I told her. Call this minute. Go on. They're open all the time. Well, she got a new card in one day. I see credit cards from all around the world, and with Citibank, it's always the same thing. No problem.
Not just Visa, Citibank Visa.
When it's hot and uncomfortable outside, you want an Emerson Quiet Cool room air conditioner inside. Quiet Cool units mount flush so you can close the drapes. For fast maximum cooling, set the exclusive color-coded controls on blue. There's even an easy-to-remove and clean air filter. With styles to fit most windows and capacities to cool most rooms, everything you want in a room air conditioner is in our name, Emerson Quiet Cool.
I'm so serious about work, being a great dad, even tennis. I'm so serious. All I've got is stress.
The Mitchum report shows Americans are under more stress than ever. That's why today you need Mitchum, the antiperspirant so effective you could even skip a day.
Something's got to give, and it's always me. Between work, kids, the house, I'm stressed to the limit.
The Mitchum Report shows women are under more stress than ever. That's why today you need Mitchum, the antiperspirant so effective you could even skip a day.
And now back to Ransom on TNT.
Shout Stick lets you pre-treat tough stains today.
Throw my hands back and
Shout them out next wash day.
kick my feet out and
Shout Stick starts working right away. It saturates tough stains, penetrates clean through to keep stains from setting in till you're ready to wash them out.
you know it makes me wanna shout. Come on now, shout.
Want a tough stain out?
Shout.
Shout it out.
Shout.
Remember when comfort was king? When luxury really meant something? Well, it's all back in the all-new 1991 Buick Roadmaster Estate Wagon. A wagon with the luxury of smooth, sure V8 power and the kind of versatility that's bound to be full of wonderful surprises. Roadmaster. It may be the most luxurious wagon in the world. From Buick, the new symbol for quality in America and beyond.
Want to know who done it?
Who's that? Who is it?
Mystery Movies, every night this week at 8 on TNT.
It all started when I got off my couch and got on my Easy Glider to watch football. Look what happened.
This is actual footage of Keith's home video showing his dramatic weight loss.
I watched what I ate, worked out on my Easy Glider, and lost 75 pounds.
All across America, people have found that 20 minutes every other day works to firm all major muscle groups and helps to lose weight aerobically.
You get aerobic workouts, you get muscle tone workout and development. It's a better workout.
Dual resistance allows you to adjust tension for both legs and upper body. Some say it's the #1 fitness exercise, providing a superior cardiovascular workout and toning of chest, arms and back, calves, thighs, and buttocks.
The bikes only work on certain parts of your body. Easy Glider works on all over.
And this handsome unit bolts down quickly for easy storage.
I thought the price was right, and I was really amazed once I got the product.
Easy Glider is yours for just 3 easy payments of $19.95 from Fitness Quest.
I get on the Easy Glider, I come back revitalized and refreshed. To me, it's an energizer.
Shape up and slim down with Easy Glider.
Order your Easy Glider by calling 1-800-421-2000. We'll bill your credit card 3 easy payments of $19.95 each. You get a full 60-day home trial with a money-back guarantee. The total price just $59.85 plus $9 shipping and handling. Full payment mail orders accepted, or just call 1-800-421-2000 now.
Mystic places, psychic phenomena, unnatural experiences. All sources of fascination and speculation. Now read Mystic Places, the book that helps unlock the secrets of the ages. What are the signs of a lost land reappearing? Was this an ancient spaceship runway used by aliens? Read Mystic Places, free for 10 days. Keep it for $12.99. Other volumes will follow from Mysteries of the Unknown, the Time Life series that sold over 2 million books.
Hitchcock and suspense. The two have become virtually synonymous, proven in 6 decades of films that bear the director's unique and masterful signatures. In 1958, Alfred Hitchcock took on a project that would soon be known as one of his finest achievements, North by Northwest. And why, out of over 50 films, is this considered one of his best? The answer lies in the evolution of the screenplay.
What the devil is that supposed to mean?
Hitchcock had made a one-picture deal with MGM. Although he had a writer, Ernest Lehman, he had no property he wanted to produce for the studio. The two met daily trying to come up with a project. When no ideas came, an exasperated Lehman stated, "I want to do a Hitchcock picture to end all Hitchcock pictures. That's the only picture I want to do." So instead of adapting an existing literary work, there was a conscious effort to pull together Hitchcock's favorite suspense elements and write the story around them.
I'm a dangerous assassin. I'm a mad killer on the loose.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Hitchcock supplied the first piece of the North by Northwest puzzle with an idea he'd had for over 10 years. Said Hitch, "I've always wanted to do a chase sequence across the faces of Mount Rushmore." The next piece to fall into place was that the story would begin in New York, with something happening at the United Nations.
Do you know this man?
A chase would ensue in a northwesterly direction, reaching its climax at Mount Rushmore. The motivation for this chase came from an idea that someone once gave Hitchcock at a cocktail party. A government agency creates a non-existent agent to throw the enemy off the trail of the real spy.
Wait a minute, you listen to me. I'm an advertising man, not a red herring.
With the basic plot decided, all that was left was to fill in the rest of the puzzle from the director's accumulated bag of tricks. A debonair leading man and a cool blonde.
I'm a big girl.
Yeah, and in all the right places, too.
A case of mistaken identity.
Yes, I know who you are, and I'm not Mr. Kaplan.
Nevertheless, we are pleased to find you in.
A kidnapping, or two. A sense of humor.
Stop!
Oh, excuse me.
Stop.
And finally, a frenetic pace with non-stop action and suspense. North by Northwest opened at Radio City Music Hall to rave reviews while setting attendance records at the Fame Theater. Today, Hitchcock's and Lehman's creation continues to fascinate and thrill its audiences. See one of our favorite movies, North by Northwest, Thursday on TNT.